Alright guys, just another quick video before it gets dark. We're still going, starting to get the form boards screwed and glued down. It's not actually taken as long as I thought to countersink and put them all in, but it's going down solid, and it's the last bit of the foundation. As soon as this floor is glued and screwed down, we are done and dusted with everything. Start building the walls. I cannot wait!
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be outdoors, forever free.
What's going on, guys? Wow, it's been a minute since our last video. Now, there's been so many things that have happened that we've gone through and just pretty much adjusting our lives to what it needs to be like up in far north Queensland. I want to bring you guys with us now. We'll do a quick recap of where we've been, what's been going on the Tiny Big project, on the property, and where we are right now to kick off the next bunch of episodes. So first of all, we actually did pick up our tiny house trailer. I'll show you guys a bit of the footage right here, right now. We are packed, ready to go. Fridge is in the car. The trailer towing lights, the light bar is in the car. New 70mm tow ball is installed, fitted on the car. What else we got? Got all our clothes, got our bags, got each other. And most importantly, we've got a few sneaky beers in the fridge for the end of trip this afternoon to wind ourselves down. But in any case, Beck's driving first, and I'm the one that's got to get the gate, so let's get to it. What's up, guys? We got a permit is ours. Starts on Wednesday. That gives us 2 days to travel down south to get to where the trailer is, the Sunshine Coast. And then from Wednesday till Friday, that gives us 3 days to get it back home, traveling under the permit. Well,
we made it.
we made the first leg, the first quarter. Halfway south. Well guys, it's 5:30 on the dot, better finish this coffee, and now it's time to leave. About 10 hours of driving ahead of us. We need to get on the boat. Let's do it.
Come on, move along. I said, baby, I know you're on a roll. Sweet honey, let's take it real slow. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey, come and groove along. Come on. Rolling on the highway, you know. Wow! Come on, and groove along. Come on. Said babe, I said babe, oh honey,
Good morning, guys.
come and groove
Today's D-Day. Today we get to pick up our trailer, which is super exciting. I'll give you a little bit of a recap back on yesterday. We travelled from Mackay. We made it to Gympie. So Gympie isn't too far from the Sunshine Coast, but we decided just to pull up there for the night. We ended up calling it an early one. So we're up and ready for today, which is super exciting. It's D-Day. It's trailer day.
Well guys, we are almost there. I think we're at Caloundra. Caloundra, I think it is. But before we get there, we can't go there with the old girl looking like that, picking up a nice new trailer, so it's time to give her a wash, get it nice and looking nice and clean, and we'll be on our way. Time to leave. It is 4:30 in the morning, last leg of the journey. We have about 11 hours to drive to get this trailer home, so without further ado, let's get to it. Alright guys, last leg of the journey. We've got about half an hour to go. We're fueled up, just checked on the trailer while we're fueled up, and everything is good, and we're running out of daylight once again. So let's get on the road and get this last leg done and get this baby home, eh? Man, I tell you what, that was an experience. 17 or 18 hours driving one way, pick the trailer up, and then 17 to 18 hours driving back again. We did it over 2 days each way. It was a long time in the car. Luckily we didn't have to do it with the kids, but now after we got that safe and sound, I got that home safe and sound, it was the big task of trying to figure out exactly where we're going to put it. We kept moving it from here to there, all over the property, letting it sit for a bit, spending a bit of time in that area just to get a feel for you know, where it's going to be. I know it's on a trailer and we can move it, but we just wanted to make sure it's in the right spot, because for us, we're not really planning on moving the tiny house trailer. It's going to stay exactly where it is. So we want to make sure that you know, we had it in the right spot in the first go before we started building. So that took a bit. one of the next hurdles that we came up against was not only the cost of living up here in far north Queensland. It was completely different and a lot more expensive than what we're used to and what we planned for. The actual cost of materials and seconds that we were trying to gather for the tiny house turned out to be way more expensive and way more sparse. It's so hard to find the things that we were looking for that previously back in New South Wales we thought they're everywhere, we'll be fine. It's proven to be a little bit more of a challenge up this way, so that was another hurdle which obviously dwindled our budget and dwindled our savings that we had planned. So the next thing that we had to do was we had to get some jobs. Beck picked herself up some work at the local grocery store and myself picked up a job at the Barramundi farm down the road. And yeah, try my hand at a bit of fish farming and give that a go to bring in a bit extra income to keep this thing on the road, to keep this project rolling on. A couple of jobs is enough to keep the groceries and food on the table and the bills paid, but just wasn't enough for us to keep the budget going and rebuild the budget in such a short time frame. So one of the things that we had as a backup was our caravan that we've been living in. We had to, if push come to shove, we had to sell that, and we had to sell it a lot earlier than we thought. So sold that. Well, as you can see, we made it to Townsville. We've unhooked the big girl, just waiting on the guy to get here, and it's a done deal. Signed some paperwork and the big girl is no longer ours, but that means it's time to get started on this tiny house. Sold that one, moved her on, and we put that money towards the tiny house build so we can get it back on track. So that overall has taken, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, a bunch of time that we thought we were going to be using to build, but in actual fact we just had to get our lives back on track, get the budget back in place for us to be able to get going again. But we have been working a little bit on the trailer itself, so I'll take you guys over there now. Let's have a quick look at where we're up to. So yeah guys, as you've seen, we've got the slab down so we can level the axles. That was the biggest key that I found, because the property does go on a little bit of a slope. So we took the time out, created a level pad for the axles to sit on. Then we've created some cyclone tie down points there, concrete into the ground. And then our corner posts, corner support posts, we concreted those in, just bolted them to the trailer More so because we were just really worried about cyclones up here, and we're not used to it. We've never been in one before, so we figured why not give ourselves a little bit of insurance and just concrete the stirrups into the ground and just bolt the corners of the trailer down. Obviously, if we need to, can be hooked on, unbolted and driven out straight off the slab, but hopefully we don't have to do that ever, and she just stays where it should be. Now we've also, at the back end here, we've put a bit of a border around, a bit of edging, and we've dropped in some blue metal, crusher dust, and some plastic just to keep the grass, give me something to lay on if I do have to go under there and do some work, which I will, to run the plumbing and electrical. But it also gives me an area that's flat, and there's no grass that I've got to try and get to it and mow. So the back end's completed. Today we're going to go wheelbarrow and shovel all the front end, which is a little bit longer, and it is nice and hot here today in Far North Queensland, so let's get to it. Now we used a big roll of plastic on the back end there, but I've run out of the plastic, and this roll of some sort of garden matting or whatever it is was in the shed, so might as well get it and use it. Two wheelbarrows down?
Yep.
It's so hot here.
It is really hot.
We're getting there. Let's keep plodding along. It's time for a water butt. It is stinking hot, but the metal's all in, the crusher dust is down, raked out. It is so hot, but it's done. Just going to grab the hose, wet it all down, let it soak in and settle, fill in any hills and hollows and knock them all down, make it look nice and tidy, and we are done and dusted with everything underneath, foundation complete, and it's onto the flooring, baby. guys, we are all cleaned up, ready for these flooring sheets to be fitted to hopefully make sure they fit. But the trailer has been designed to fit 24, oh, move out, can you see me? It's a bit better. To fit 24 by 12 sheets, and 7 of those all the way along, and there's enough cross beams on there for them to sit on every single joint so we can screw them all in. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the yellow tongue actual flooring in that size. For some reason they don't sell it like that, so we opted for some structural form ply, which is I think probably going to be better. It's a little bit more expensive, probably going to be better against weather and bugs and whatever else underneath the trailer trying to get in. So let's get them unloaded and get them on, eh? Another quick video before it gets dark. We're still going, starting to get the form boards screwed and glued down. It's not actually taking as long as I thought to countersink and put them all in, but it's going down solid, and it's the last bit of the foundation. As soon as this floor is glued and screwed down, we are done and dusted with everything. Start building the walls. I cannot wait.